I don't have any more home.
Hundreds of Sacramentans are expected to rally in Oak Park tomorrow morning, calling for rent control to stop rent from spiking every year. Rent costs have been on the rise, especially over the past year and a half, and it's been driving people out of the city. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sam Shane.
And I'm Adrienne Moore. New at 6, CBS 13's Angela Musalam is live in Sacramento with how it's affecting one Sacramento family. Angela.
Yeah, Sam, Adrian, the surge in rent is not just affecting downtown and midtown. It's also affecting people living in South Sacramento who are getting squeezed out, including Nancy Avalos, who is on the verge of becoming homeless after her rent spiked.
I don't have a house anymore for my daughters.
A single mother of 3, Nancy Avalos, says she could no longer afford to pay her rent at the Cedar Ridge apartments off Mack Road. She gave her final notice in June and was afraid she'd end up homeless.
I'm very afraid.
Avalos says her rent went up 3 times in the last year. She says she was initially paying $695 a month, but in June of this year, her rent totaled over $1,000.
We need to make sure that they have secure homes for tomorrow, for the next month, and not wait for development 5 years from now.
Giovanna Fajardo is speaking on behalf of all tenants in Sacramento. She's one of the organizers for Saturday's rally, urging the city to adopt rent control policies.
If we don't have rent control to protect these rents from going up, we're just going to see our families migrate to other cities.
Rents are going up, unfortunately.
Bob Thomas says he's already seeing families move out of Sacramento because of the sky-high rent.
The owner realizes, I'm going to catch up to the market, so they're raising the rent anywhere from possibly just $100, and in some situations as much as $250 or $300.
Thomas says it's people from the Bay Area and the East Coast who are used to paying higher prices that are driving up the rent. Although rent control would benefit tenants who are locked into their leasing agreements, Thomas says new tenants who can't afford the new prices are the ones who get squeezed out. It's a new reality for Avalos, who says Fresno could become her new home.
It's very horrible.
Now, the rally begins tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. at the Fruit Ridge Community Collaborative. Meanwhile, later this month, Fajardo and her organization will head right here to City Hall and go before City Council to discuss those rent control policies.
For those wondering why we're seeing so many homeless these days on our streets, you can point to this. This is obviously a big issue.
Absolutely.
30% in
It's a
1 year. That's
huge jump.
unbelievable.
Huge jump.
All right, Angela, thanks very much for that. By the way, rents have also gone up across the nation, and it's having an impact on the economy. The Labor Department says rent rose almost 4% compared to a year ago in June. Wages are growing less than half as fast as those rental costs are going up, and gas prices are rising, of course. These examples are likely the cause for retail sales, which have been sliding now for the second consecutive month, the biggest decline of the year.